If you compressed Earth's entire 4.5 billion year history into a single day, every human being who ever lived, every emperor, every inventor, every one of your ancestors, would appear in the last 3 seconds before midnight. That means for 23 hours, 57 minutes, and 57 seconds of that day, there were no humans at all. No cities, no art, no language. You, right now, exist in a sliver of time so thin it's almost impossible to grasp. You weren't there for the billion years of bacterial dominance, the rise and fall of entire mountain ranges, the 5 mass extinctions that reset the planet. You arrived just in time to catch the tail end of the show. And the more you zoom in, the stranger the truth becomes. How can all of our recorded history, thousands of years of empires, wars, and discoveries, fit into just 3 seconds? This is the puzzle at the heart of the cosmic calendar, a mental model that forces you to rethink humanity's place in time. Astronomer Carl Sagan first popularized the cosmic calendar in his 1980 series Cosmos. On this scale, the Big Bang kicks off at 12 a.m. sharp. The first simple life, single-celled organisms, emerges around 4 a.m. Dinosaurs appear at roughly 10:45 p.m. and vanish by 11:30 p.m. after an asteroid impact. It isn't until 11:57 p.m. that anatomically modern humans make their entrance. That's exactly 3 seconds before the day ends. So everything you associate with humanity, every tool, every ceremony, every photograph, takes place in the final 0% of Earth's history. You've been alive for maybe 0.1 seconds of that. Think about that the next time you complain about a slow internet connection. Let's examine those 3 seconds in detail. According to a 2018 study led by Dr. Curtis Marian at Arizona State University, the oldest known Homo sapiens fossils date back about 300,000 years. On the cosmic day, that's 1.5 seconds before midnight. But the first complex civilizations with writing, cities, and governments didn't emerge until about 5,000 years ago. That's just 0.05 seconds before the end of the day. Anthropologist Dr. Jennifer Pornell, in a 2020 paper from the University of South Carolina, maps the earliest urban centers in Mesopotamia to this sliver. From the invention of writing to the smartphone you're holding, all of it fits into a single frame of the cosmic film. Recorded history, from the Sumerians to the present, occupies only 0.1 seconds of that 3-second human window. Everything you've been taught in school, the rise and fall of Rome, the Industrial Revolution, the World Wars, all of it happens in a fraction of a heartbeat on this scale. What could possibly matter in such a short window? Examine the accelerating pace of innovation. A 2015 study in the journal American Antiquity by Dr. Timothy A. Kohler at Washington State University tracked the accumulation of technological innovations among prehistoric societies. He found that more than 80% of all known tool types were invented after the last glacial maximum, which ended about 11,700 years ago. That means the vast majority of human innovation occurred in the final 0.01 seconds of the cosmic day. The internet, modern medicine, artificial intelligence, these are inventions that appear in the last 0.001 seconds. Yet they define your entire existence. Your daily reality, the cars you drive, the phone in your hand, the roof over your head, all of it is the product of a frenzy that occupies less than 1,000th of a second on Earth's clock. And it's accelerating faster every day. The technological changes your grandparents witnessed are nothing compared to the rate you'll experience. In the cosmic calendar, your entire life is a flash that most of Earth's history would never even notice. Yet, this rapid acceleration didn't emerge from nowhere. The human story didn't start from scratch. We had millions of years of biological and cultural groundwork. Before the final 3 seconds of the cosmic day, your ancestors were laying the foundation. Take fire, for instance. According to Harvard biological anthropologist Richard Wrangham in his 2009 book, Catching Fire, it was the control of fire around 1.5 million years ago that allowed the human brain to grow massively. Cooked food provided more energy, which fueled the evolution of a larger, more complex brain. Without that early fire, the final 3 seconds would be impossible. Yet, if you compress that timeline, fire appears about 8 hours into Earth's day. Still, the real explosion happened in the last 0.1 seconds. Focus on the last 10 millennia. The invention of agriculture around 10,000 BCE, as documented by archaeologist François Dessay, and the discovery of Proto-Elamite script in modern-day Iran set the stage for urbanization. By 3200 BCE, the Sumerians in Mesopotamia had developed cuneiform script, the first known writing system. That's only 5,200 years ago, or 0.001 seconds before midnight. Writing allowed knowledge to accumulate across generations, enabling science, law, and trade. But even agriculture and writing are not where the true speed lies. Look at the last 200 years. Economic historian Angus Maddison compiled data showing that global GDP per capita in 1820 was about $190. By the year 2000, it had grown to over $6,000. a five-fold increase in less than 2 centuries. That rate of change is unprecedented in Earth's history. Your own standard of living, your access to information, your healthcare, all are products of this economic acceleration, which occupies less than a millionth of Earth's day. However, not all researchers agree that the acceleration is the whole story. Some anthropologists argue that human cognitive evolution was a slow, steady process shaped by cumulative culture over hundreds of thousands of years. The capacity for language, social cooperation, and tool-making emerged gradually. In fact, the genetic changes that made you capable of reading this sentence, mutations like the FOXP2 gene linked to speech, date back at least 200,000 years. So while the technological explosion is real, the biological hardware was built over cosmic hours, not seconds. Then there's the view from environmental science. In 2000, Nobel laureate Paul Crutzen proposed that we've entered a new geological epoch called the Anthropocene, defined by human impact on Earth. Some scientists argue this epoch began with the Industrial Revolution in the late 1700s, but others, like archaeologist Earl Ellis, say it started with early agriculture thousands of years ago. If agriculture marks the start, then human impact has been accumulative over the entire final quarter of the cosmic day, not just the last seconds. It's a crucial distinction. The pressure you exert on the planet isn't purely recent. It builds on millennia of land use, deforestation, and species extinction. The correct perspective is not one or the other, but both. Yes, modern civilization is breathtakingly new, but the biological and cultural foundations, fire, language, farming, took tens of thousands of years to develop. What changed in the last seconds was the rate of innovation, not the basic human blueprint. Your body and brain are still those of an ancestral hunter-gatherer, adapted for a world that no longer exists. You're running Paleolithic software on a 21st century machine. That mismatch explains a lot. Your cravings for sugar, your stress responses, your difficulty focusing in a world of constant distraction. Now picture that cosmic clock again. It's 11:59 at night. The final second has just begun, and you are living through the most compressed period of change in Earth's entire history. What will happen in the next tick is completely unknown. The one-day metaphor ends here, not with a conclusion, but with a question hanging in the air. A question that only you, in the final milliseconds of the cosmic day, can answer.